Hi, this is Dawn from the Bunny Crochet. Today I have another Christmas quickie for us to do. This is a cute little wreath pattern. I made this using Premier Home Cotton Big Glitz, or I think that's how it's called. Cotton Big Glitz. These are really big skeins of yarn, so you won't use all of this yarn, obviously, to make one little wreath, but you can get several of these with these skeins of yarn. So I have the green gold, the white silver, and the red gold. Each one of these skeins is 490 yards. It's 448 meters. 83% cotton, 15% polyester, 2% metallic. This is a medium 4 worsted weight yarn. The recommended hook size is a 5.5 millimeter hook or an I hook, and that is the hook size we'll be using to make this project. It is machine washable and tumble dry on low. I also have a pattern video for a Christmas tree using this yarn as well. So I will link that in the description box below. So in order to make this little ornament, you will need an elastic band, just a regular old elastic hairband. You can get these at the dollar store. Your 5.5 millimeter crochet hook or an I hook, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and some worsted weight yarn. You don't have to use this cotton glitz yarn. You can use any medium 4 worsted weight yarn. So once you get all your supplies, let's grab our hooks, grab our yarn, and let's start making some little wreaths. And to start our wreath, we're going to start with a slip knot on our hook. And we're going to work single crochets around the elastic band. So you put your slip knot on your hook, hold your elastic band into the center of the elastic band, grab up a loop, yarn over, and complete a single crochet. So that is our first single crochet. And then we're going to continue single crocheting around the elastic band until we have 32 single crochet around the elastic band. Now, if for some reason you find that 32 does not completely cover the elastic band, you can add a few more. So you can have 33, 34. It doesn't matter. I just found that for my gauge, 32 seems to cover the entire elastic band. So once you have your elastic band covered, I'll meet back up with you at the end. Once you've made it all the way back around, I have 32 single crochets. If you have a few more or a few less, that's okay. So we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet that we made. Now for round 2, chain up 2, and we're going to double crochet right back into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into. And double crochet in each stitch around. So go ahead and continue placing one double crochet into each stitch all the way around your wreath. I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 2. I still have 32 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into that first double crochet that we made. And we're going to change colors to the white. I always like to tie off my colors here just to make sure that they stay secure. That's completely up to you. And we're going to chain 1, and we're going to place a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet right back into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into. And we're going to do that in each stitch around. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Again, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. And repeat that in every stitch all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 3, and we're going to slip stitch to that first single crochet that we made. Just got to get the hook in there. And fasten off. And we're going to go ahead and get these ends all wove in. So let's get our darning needle. And just weave in your ends. Catch them under a few stitches, go a couple of different directions just like you would with any other type of crochet piece. Like so, and then snip them off. So I'm going to go ahead and get these other two ends woven in off camera, and then we'll come back and do the French knots. Okay, all my ends are woven in, and I've got my yarn needle threaded up. Now I chose to switch over to this type of yarn needle versus the wool needle because when making French knots, this type of yarn needle just isn't appropriate. It just doesn't work as well. Okay, so bring your yarn up through the back to the front and bring it up and leave a fairly long tail in the back. Now to do your first French knot, hold your needle like this. Let's bring the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. So you're going to hold your needle like this, wrap your yarn around at least 3 times around your yarn needle. Go back in from front to back, fairly close but not into the exact same spot. pull it tight to the fabric and bring the yarn needle down into the knot. You don't want to pull too tight because you don't want your knot to go through your fabric. Now after you get your first knot placed, what I like to do is just tie this end together to kind of secure it a little bit more so that your knot doesn't pull through. And skip the next 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and we're going to work in this third one right here. So bring your yarn up from the back, and we're going to do that again. We're going to wrap the yarn 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Go into the stitch again, close to where you came up, but not in the same spot because it'll just pull right back through. And pull through. Pull the yarn through the center of the knot. I'll show you one more time. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, come up into the 3rd stitch. Wrap the yarn 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Go back into the stitch, to the fabric, the same place, but not in the exact same spot, but just close. And pull through the knot. Now you can continue doing this all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I've made it all the way back around to the beginning. I've got all my French knots done. Little fuzzies there. And what I'm going to do with these, the 2 strands at the end, you can see here, I'm just going to tie a little knot in them for the hanger. So however long you want your hanger to be, you can just tie a knot in those. Just like that. And clip that off. And there you have your little wreath. So if you've liked this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell. Thanks for watching and happy crocheting. Bye-bye.